I'm going to share with you 3 powerful reasons every woman over the age of 40 must strengthen and maintain strength in this one muscle group. You know, if you choose to look after this one muscle group, you can help to look after your brain health. You can help to look after your joint mobility and strength. And last but not least, you can also help to look after your bone health. So which muscle am I talking about? I'm talking about our rear end, ladies, our glutes. And if you choose to look after those glutes of ours and keep them nice and strong, you can expect to actually be able to be looking after your brain health. And you may be asking, well, how does that work? What's my bottom got to do with my brain? So when we strengthen our glutes, it is quite a large muscle in our body. And what that does is it increases the metabolic demand in our body, which what that does is it increases production of certain chemicals, and that can help to improve our brain health and our cognitive health. The number 2 reason I want you to consider is that it can help to strengthen and give mobility through your joint areas. And think about your lower back joints, your spinal joints, your hip joints, your knee joints. And what the reason this does is it increases the foundation in your body. You know, my dad was a builder in the day, and he used to always say to me, it's so important, Dana, that you have a good foundation to a house, because no matter how great the house is, if you didn't have a good foundation, likelihood is it was never going to last. So that was a really important piece of starting to build a home. And as you know, as we get older, well, we start to feel like our body's no longer building up but breaking down. So we need to rebuild that body of ours and rebuild the strength in our glutes. So if you choose to do that and you create a nice strong foundation, what you can expect is it will give you stability through your body. So rather than feeling like you're wobbly, you're not as strong as you once were, even your balance being a bit off, you start to feel stronger. You start to feel like you've got that nice strong foundation that's giving you support, giving you stability, and even giving you mobility through your joint area. Last but not least, and super duper important, is our bone strength. So you may not know, but as older women, if our muscles are weakening, so are our bones, ladies, because they're actually linked together. So if you're choosing to sit on the lounge a bit more these days and you're finding that you're not feeling as strong as you once did, you can see that your muscles are getting smaller and weaker, the likelihood is your bones are also becoming weaker because they work together. So if you've got strong muscles, you will find you've got strong bones. If you've got weak muscles, you've got weak bones. And as aging women, we are at the statistic that over the age of 50% of women will suffer some sort of break or fracture sometime in their life. And that's scary, because if we have a fall because our muscles are getting weaker, we're at much higher risk of break or fracture. And you may be surprised to know that over 36% of all deaths in elderly people are associated with a fall. And if you have weaker bones, that's likely to end up in breaking of hips or even skull fracture, wrists, all those different areas. So by strengthening our glutes, we're not only reducing our risk of falls, but we're also improving the density, the strength inside of our bones. All right, well, tomorrow I'm going to come on live and I'm going to share with you 3 exercises to improve the strength in your glutes. So be sure to come back for part 2, and I will take into consideration of our age, and maybe some of us have got weaker joints, and so they'll be safe and effective for all of us women over the age of 40, 50 and 60. All right, well, thanks for listening. If you did enjoy today's education, please leave me either a comment or a like so I know to keep going with these small educations, because girls, the more we know, the better decisions we make as aging women. And by making those good decisions, we're able to slow down the symptoms that come with aging, which sounds pretty good to me. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.